If you are looking for an absolute masterclass in gritty, high-stakes hood romance, razor-sharp urban warfare, and a pulse-pounding, deeply emotional anti-hero meets guarded survivor tactical trajectory, you need to clear your calendar for N'Dia Rae. We are stepping directly into the dangerous, calculation-heavy criminal underworld with Riot, a spectacular, high-gear, and beautifully executed second installment of the King Family Saga that firmly establishes the King Empire as an elite, undisputed powerhouse in contemporary dark romance. Let's lay out the strategic narrative grid. If you are a fan of stories where a chaotic, fiercely volatile alpha male must establish an absolute protective perimeter around a soft-voiced, heavily scarred heroine on the run, where ancient family betrayals force the brothers to continuously audit their internal loyalties, and where the author utilizes an incandescent slow-burn heals darkness diagnostic routine to test their emotional safety buffers, this book is engineered to lock you in. Rae completely dominates the gritty black romance dynamic, capturing the heart-racing momentum, psychological depth, and unyielding street gravity popularized by authors like Jessica Ann Watkins, Antoinette Cherelle, and Miss Genesequa, while treating deep emotional trauma, institutional manipulation, and raw, untamed devotion with exquisite care. The narrative tracking grid zeroes in on Riot King, the untamed, rule-shattering wildcard of the feared King family. Following the structural shakeup triggered by his brother Creed's legendary operational arc in Book 1, Riot has spent his time deliberately maintaining his distance from family drama. He's been focused on running a low-profile stealth operation, stacking immense capital, moving high-value exotic animals across secure perimeters, and completely disabling his own emotional data streams. Riot doesn't follow rules, he breaks them, rewrites them, and dares anyone to cross his active boundary lines. The spark ignites when Allure breaches his personal territory. Allure is a walking secret, a beautiful, fiercely resilient woman with guarded eyes, a quiet presence, and an incredibly twisted, painful history that nobody can see. She is running for her life, hunting for a secure safety buffer far away from the monsters of her past. Riot wasn't part of her logistical escape plan, but the moment their personal metrics collide, their mutual cloaking protocols suffer a total system failure. The tactical parameters explode into open warfare as enemies begin circling the King family's assets from all directions. The investigative tracking clock drops into an incredibly hostile rhythm as deep-seated family trauma, sown by the cruel, calculation-heavy patriarch Silas, begins tearing the brothers apart. Riot finds his clinical defense mechanisms completely unwrapped by Allure's presence. He transforms into a fiercely realistic, entirely pragmatic protector, deploying his bespoke suit chaos and lethal street tradecraft to shield her from the parallel threats tracking him down. What follows is an exceptional high-stakes war of psychological perspective and raw survival. The forced proximity reality of saving each other turns their shared sanctuary into a volatile emotional pressure cooker. While Riot soothes her physical and mental scars, Allure becomes the only stabilizing asset capable of holding his tortured soul together when his world falls apart. Every late-night confrontation with hostile rivals, every close-quarter strategy session between the brothers, and every fiercely possessive encounter chips away at their respective defenses. It is a gritty urban romance, dark suspense, hood love, slow-burn anti-hero drama masterpiece that treats deep street logistics and raw emotional intensity with elite precision. The tension here burns with a sharp, calculation-heavy intensity. We are talking about that high-frequency, you-are-safe-with-me energy, where a sudden shift in tone during an interrogation, a heavy, protective hand resting on a waist in a high-stakes club, or a soft, whispered promise in the absolute dark carries massive structural weight. Rae writes with an exceptionally fresh, vivid, and beautifully blunt voice, perfectly capturing the cold, echo-filled warehouses of the exotic animal trade, the sleek, dangerous boardrooms of Harlem's elite, and the distinct, subtle scent of expensive leather, gunsmoke, and pure, unadulterated passion. What truly elevates this milestone installment into elite territory is the author's unmatched ability to write realistic, deep-seated healing alongside breathless romantic heat. Allure isn't a passive asset to be played with. Her immense psychological grit, profound survival mechanisms, and hidden inner fire match the complexity of the chaotic King universe step for step, making their race for total peace feel profoundly authentic and deeply gripping. The pacing moves with calculated momentum, tracking intense tactical standoffs and breathtaking emotional defensive sequences before ratcheting up to an absolute jaw-dropping climax that delivers permanent, hard-earned closure to the saga. Riot is the definitive pro-level upgrade your dark contemporary romance and urban fiction library demands right now. It is elegant, immensely fast-paced, and utterly unputdownable. It proves that when your entire life is surrounded by darkness, the most revolutionary play you can execute is to burn the world down for the one you love. So, secure your personal reading sanctuary, review your emotional defensive perimeters, open your Kindle, and prepare to join the